Okay, everybody, I think we are ready. Today we are going to, in the kitchen with Michael, we're going to make some cashew chicken. I'm not going to take responsibility for this recipe. It's actually a Rachel Ray recipe. Here's the book. Anyway, but the best thing about this is you can add and put in anything that you really like. First of all, I already started the rice. So start that first because that's going to take longer than anything. And I already did the prep with the vegetables, as you can probably see. Okay, I've got broccoli, asparagus, some orange pepper, carrots, onions, celery, green onions. But I also, this as well, the chicken. You cube the chicken. I put in a little bit of sesame oil, some rice wine vinegar, some red pepper flakes, and a scoop of garlic. And let that marinate and actually let it come to room temperature. It's going to cook much, much better. So we're going to start the skillet. Once you get everything going, it really doesn't take that long to actually get to where it needs to be. So, first thing, sesame oil. It doesn't take a lot, okay? Now, I got the extra spicy, so I'm only going to put in a little bit of that because it is extra spicy, okay? And then I'm just going to add some regular oil on that as well, okay? Just a couple of shakes. You don't need a lot. You don't even have to cover the entire bottom of the pan. So what you're going to do is you're going to let that heat up. And then once it gets heated up, you're going to see a little bit of smoke. Okay, I'm going to raise this up a little bit so everyone can see. Okay. There, is that better? Much better. Okay, so I use a big skillet because I add a lot of vegetables, okay? You can put in zucchini, you can do whatever you want to it. I'm going to be adding a lot of stuff today. In fact, I need to open up a few other things here while this skillet is actually heating up. I have some watercress nuts we're going to be adding in. Gotta drain those. Okay. And I know this sounds stupid, but I like my baby corn, okay? So, like I said, you can add whatever you want. I just use the vegetables that I like because obviously it's just for me. So, we're gonna go with that. Okay? So, the skillet is warming up here. Okay, the first thing you want to do is you want to use your thickest vegetables first, like the carrots. It's really hard. You want to get those into the skillet first because it's going to take them the longest to actually cook all the way through. And then we're going to slowly, gradually add some of the other stuff, like the onion, the celery, and the peppers. And then I'm going to put in the softer stuff like the broccoli and the asparagus, the water chestnuts, and so on. So, and we're just waiting on this to heat up. In fact, I'm going to turn it up just a little bit. There we go. I love my gas stove. Okay. So the chicken is still marinating. Give it a few tosses. It'll get back up to room temperature here. By the way, best invention ever, minced garlic in a jar. I hate cleaning garlic. I just do. It's just me, though. So this is starting to smoke a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and add my carrots. Okay. You can hear it sizzle a little bit. Okay. I'm going to give that a little shake around, and we're going to let that saute for, I don't know, a minute or two. But like I said, they take the longest to cook. And you can add as many carrots as you want. Like I said, this is the best recipe because you can pick and choose what you actually want to put in it. You know, not like some of these stupid other motherfuckers. You know, they just don't have a clue. But you want to know how stupid I am? Rice. I'm cooking the rice right now, as you can see back here. You use 1 cup of rice and 2 cups of water. You know, and it's so difficult. I had to put the recipe on the fucking jar because that's how stupid I am, okay? I know. Okay, so those are sizzling really nice and good. Okay. Now I'm going to add my onions. Okay. And I'm going to add my celery. Well, because half of this is green onions, so. And by the way, these paper plates are thanks to Mike Phillips. It was, what was it, aisle 16, 3/4 of the way down, whatever. And then I'm going to add my peppers. Now, I'm not a fan of green peppers because they just give me heartburn. So I like the colored ones. You can use whatever color you want. I think the orange has the sweetest flavor, and so on. Okay. And we're going to just stir fry this for a little bit, okay? You want to make sure you get through the celery and so on, okay? See, it's got a nice color. It's got a nice flavor. It's all natural. It's really good for my diet, where everything is, I have to do like more vegetables and fruits and stuff like that. So this is always really good for me. Okay. So we're going to just keep stirring that a little bit. It's not going to take long. Okay. The skillet is already hot. Okay. Then what we're going to do is we're just going to dump in our chicken. Okay. It's got the vinegar. It's got the oil. It's got the garlic. It's got everything in there. Okay. Yeah, so we have to get that in there so we can get that chicken brown. Because, you know, you don't want raw chicken. You don't want no raw chicken. The only time you have raw chicken is when Joe Jackson is actually doing something. But I'm also going to throw in some of my baby carrots. Okay? I'm not going to use the whole can. I'm just going to use a couple of spears. And then, as you know, I freeze the rest because I'm just frugal. Okay. Same thing with my water chestnuts. Let me get my knife out here. I need to chop them up a little bit. Just give them a nice rough cut. Okay. And you know what? Water chestnuts, there's really no flavor in it at all. It really just is water, and it just adds a little bit of crunch. So I don't even know why I like them, but I do. So I add those. I'm going to add a few more. Okay. Okay. Boom. Just like that. Okay. But we got to get this cooking really good. I'm going to turn up the heat a little bit. We got to get that chicken. See, you can already see the chicken starting to turn there. So we got to get that done first. So I'm actually going to turn up the heat a little bit. I'm going to put a little cover on it to retain the heat. Okay. And just let that sit for a little bit. And then, once we are done, I clean as I go. That's just the way it works. So anyway, while this is cooking, last week, I did a little video, excuse me, and I posted it on my YouTube page, and it hadn't even posted for 10 minutes before I got responses calling me a fat faggot, get out of the kitchen faggot, this faggot, that faggot, whatever. And it kind of hurt my feelings and kind of knocked me down a couple of pegs, but you know what? There's always going to be haters. I know I'm not the best cook. I know I'm not the best filmer. But you know what? This is what I like to do. And if you don't like it, that's perfectly fine because there's probably things about you that I don't like. So, anyway, but be respectful. You know, if you're going to, I'm all up for criticism, constructive, not hateful. There's a huge difference. So, anyway, I'm here to just share because it gets lonely in this apartment by myself. So, when I have someone to talk to, like with you guys, or with like my peepee, she's down here meowing. Um, yeah, see, she doesn't want to get picked up. She doesn't like being on camera. So, anyway, that's what that personal video is about. And so I'm bouncing back, and I'm going to continue to do this. I'm still delivering food to some people. There's a homeless family down here. I also like feeding my friends and my neighbors and stuff like that. So a lot of the stuff that I make, I actually don't get to keep a lot of it, and I'm running out of Tupperware. So if I'm giving you some, give it back because that shit's expensive. So anyway, let's take a look at it. Let's see how we're doing here. Okay. Smells delicious. Yeah. And chicken's cooking up really good. Yes. Okay. I'm going to add just a little bit more pepper flake because I like a little zing to it. Okay. Not a lot. Not a lot. Everything that's been going on in this dummy, she's a sensitive little fucker. Yes. Okay. So once the chicken almost gets done, that's when I'm going to put in a lot of the softer vegetables because if you add them too early, they're just going to be, it's just going to be really limp. There's a joke in there somewhere, but I'm just going to stay away from that. So we're going to focus on this. So you can see the chicken is getting done here, okay? See, it's not getting nice and brown, but it's still, you still need to make sure it gets cooked all the way through because chicken and salmonella, you just don't want to mess with that. So, but it's cooking in the juices with the oil and the garlic and all that vegetable stuff is starting to seep out their liquids and it's just making a great combination, okay? So, we're still cooking that, and I hear my kitty howling. Do you guys want to go see where she is? What do you think? Okay, let's see what's going to happen. Here we goes. Oh, Pee-Pee. Oh, Pee-Pee, you want to come say hi to our fans? You want to come say hi? Everybody, this is my girl. Yeah. And you know what? When she's not actually getting the attention is when she gets a little pissed. Because the spotlight's not on her. So anyway, I'm not sure I'm going to keep you all on here for this, but basically let the chicken cook. And then once it's cooked, I'm going to add my broccoli and my asparagus. And then what I do is I just lay out some white rice on a plate, put this on top of it. One thing I am going to do before I let you go is I'm going to add this, hoisin sauce. Now, if you've never had hoisin sauce, it's really good. It has all those Asian flavors in there, okay? So I'm just going to do a couple of jugs, okay? It's got molasses, it's got some Asian spices, and you can use as much or as little as you want. You know, I just kind of eyeball it, you know, and then get that mixed in there, okay? I'm going to put a little bit more in there, okay? Usually, I don't know, anywhere between 2 and 4 tablespoons. Get everything nice and coated, and then you can start smelling that soy sauce, the molasses, and everything else. And see, it really changes the color and the flavor. So you're going to continue to just let that simmer with the hoisin sauce. Okay. Let me put that down. So basically that's it. I have I have a heated pan that I put sesame oil in. I let that heat up. Then I add in my vegetables, my carrots, my celery, my onions. There's also I put in a lot of other stuff that people may not like the baby corn. Um, Let that simmer. But then I also put in my marinated chicken, which is just cubed up with sesame oil, rice wine vinegar, some garlic, some red pepper flakes for a little bit of spice. Let that marinate. Pour that in, get it brown. Add the soybean sauce. Then I'm going to add this, and pretty much that's it. Um, the biggest challenge to this whole dish is the cleaning and the dicing of the vegetables. That is really taxing. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. This just smells divine. So anyway,